we have Mike LaCrosse standing by for us on the beach. Hi, Mike.
Good evening, Rick and Rudabeh. How are you? It's very quiet and windy out here. It's my first time on Miami Beach, and I didn't expect it to be this dead. Take a look behind me. You can see there's literally nobody out here. We've been here for about the last 2 hours or so, and there have been a handful of people that have been stopping by periodically, but none of them wanted to go on camera because they're a little bit embarrassed that they're still sticking around. Some of them do still live here in the area, and they plan to ride out the storm. I want to go ahead and show you some of the waves. We've seen those as well pick up over the last couple of hours here on Miami Beach as well. Interesting thing that we noticed here over the last 2 hours is that there have been a lot of folks that have been coming down here to Miami Beach with pillowcases and trash bags, and they've been filling those up with sand and bringing them back where they are in some inland areas that don't have to be evacuated to protect potential storm surge and flooding from any of the rain that may happen. They say that they've gone other places to try to get sandbags, and they're either sold out or they're just too expensive and it's not in their budget right now to try to get them. So it's interesting. We've seen a handful of people down here as well just trying to get some sandbags made themselves to protect their property. Some of the people that did speak to me off camera that are staying in the area say they do have some supplies in the high rises, and they're hoping that some of their hurricane-proof windows will last when this storm does hit. We were over on the other side of Miami Beach near Biscayne Bay earlier speaking with a gentleman that was boarding up his boat and tying it down. He was using 3 ties and an anchor, and he's hoping that the storm surge does not come in too much and his boat is able to survive. He says that he had enough slack to keep those boats from rising. But again, we're here on Miami Beach, which is pretty dead at this hour. There was a handful of folks here just a short while ago, but they have since taken off as we start to feel the winds pick up here and the waves as well. For now, we're live on Miami Beach. I'm Mike LaCrosse. Send it back to you guys.
All right, Mike. Now, I got to ask you, most people here in South Florida trying to get out of South Florida. You decided to come here. Talk to us about exactly what you're here to do. What have you seen since you arrived? And give us a little bit of a background about how you came to cover this story here in South Florida.
Well, it was interesting. We got in an airplane, and it was a little bit more full than I expected. There was actually a couple other folks from Massachusetts that were coming down here as well to check on their boats and their condos here in South Florida. Up in Boston, we're typically used to covering snowstorms, not really hurricanes. We get some tropical storms, but at home I have snow gear and hats and gloves. Before, my photographer and I, we both had to run out to some sporting goods stores and get some rainproof gear to be ready for this. We stocked up on water and snacks. And when we did get here, again, we were surprised to see so many people leaving, and we were just a handful of people that were coming here into South Florida. And it was interesting for me to see it is really, really dead here. I did not expect to arrive here and see roads completely empty. My photographer, Steve Del Monte, actually used to work down here in the market as well. And driving around, he says he has never seen it like this in his couple of years working down here. He has never seen the roads so empty and so desolate. Another thing that caught me by surprise is when we were in downtown Miami earlier today, the cranes up on those new condo buildings, those apartments going up, that really shocked me to see those still up there, despite the fact that a hurricane is on the way here. Another thing that stuck out for me too is the billboards. A lot of the billboards are starting to come down as well. So we got the call on, I believe it was on Wednesday night. We quickly packed, and here we are trying to help you guys out.
Well, we're very glad to have you here, bringing our viewers the information they need to know. And we're also glad to see that the streets are empty, that people are actually listening to those evacuation orders, because that was Zone A. Everyone was told to evacuate. It was a mandatory evacuation. So thanks again.
Thank you, Mike. Welcome to South Florida. We'll talk to you soon. Be safe.